Okay, good morning. Now, today's session I would like to give a brief overview of APPSC Group 1, the structure for the exam and what should be studied, how should one prepare for this. This is the whole idea. Now, basically APPSC Group 1 has these segments. Group 1 is a two-stage exam. One is prelims, the other is mains. This is stage 2, this is stage 1. Interview has been removed. So, prelims has two papers. Each paper is for 120 marks and it is MCQ based exam. So, they will ask you multiple choice questions with negative marking. Now, in paper 1 we have 4. The best part of APPSC Group 1 syllabus is the syllabus is very streamlined. We don't have any major issues with the syllabus. The syllabus is actually very streamlined, very detailed. So, it is very easy to prepare when the syllabus is detailedly given. Now, as I said, here in paper 1, you have 4 areas: geography, history, polity and economy. Now, geography, history, polity and economy are considered as the 4 core areas of the syllabus, and in paper 1 the syllabus clearly tells us that each area will be of 30 marks. So 30 into 4 will be 120 marks. This is the weightage. So you know that all 4 subjects have equal weightage, so you have to prepare in the same manner. Now likewise, paper 2 has 2 sections. Actually paper 2 is divided into 2 sections. First section is for 60 marks and the second section is for 60 marks. In second section, you again have 2 broad categories. One is science and technology for 30 marks and current affairs for 30 marks. Now, what we have to remember is current affairs has been listed here. So, you know, you will get current affairs based questions in paper 2. Section paper 2, section B. Section A basically talks about general mental ability, administrative and psychological abilities. Administrative and psychological abilities is similar to what we had in CSAT earlier. Problem solving ability, decision making skills and all this was there. Interpersonal skills was there in CSAT earlier. CSAT of civil services, it is online with that. And general mental ability is about mental ability, logical reasoning and data interpretation. Okay. Administrative and psychological abilities basically deal with, we talk about administrative and psychological abilities basically are about problem solving capabilities. They give you a small question, they tell you a situation and they'll ask you, what should you do in such a situation? What will be the option that you're going to pick up? So these questions will come under this. This whole area is for 60 marks. So we cannot demarcate and say how many from mental ability, how many from administrative and psychological abilities. But this area they have very clearly said 30 marks. So science and tech will be 30 marks. Current affairs will be 30 marks. Now, once you clear mains, if you clear mains, then you go to, once you clear prelims, then you go on to write mains. Prelims is basically a qualifying exam, meaning if you clear prelims only then you will be able to write mains, but your final ranking will not be on the basis of your prelims and mains scores. It is going to be only on the basis of the mains scores. In mains we have 5 papers and each paper has a weightage of 150 marks. The syllabus is vast, but it is very clearly well defined. Alright. Paper 1 is general essay. I would like to talk about general essay later. Paper 2 is history and geography. Paper 3 is polity, governance, ethics, law. Paper 4 is economy and paper 5 is S&T and environment. These are the 5 areas you have. Now, when I look at history and geography, here we basically focus on history, India and AP. And geography has been introduced for the first time in mains for 50 marks. So, this would be 50 marks, this would be 50, this would be 50. And please remember, in mains in 2 to 6 papers, the pattern will be, there will be 15 questions into 10 marks. So, the total score is 150 marks. But for essay, it is 50 marks into 3 essays, which is 150 marks. This is the primary difference between essay paper and the remaining 4 papers. Good morning. Okay, between the 4 papers. Now the next thing that we have to understand is how do we approach for this? How do we prepare? Let me briefly tell you about these papers and what are the challenges and positive of these papers. History, India and AP each are for 50 marks and geography is for 50 marks. As I said, geography has been introduced for the first time in mains. So, preparation for geography from a mains perspective should be included in your syllabus. Okay, and polity, governance, ethics and law is very, very important. This is going to be one of the deciding factors in your success, because even in civil services, we don't teach law in detail. In law, you have constitutional law, you have civil and criminal law, you have labor laws, then they have given about cyber and intellectual property, IPR. So, these are the different branches they have given. Ethics, more or less the syllabus is totally close to the civil services ethics syllabus. Governance overlaps with civil governance and social justice. Polity and constitution is the core. Now this paper is the lengthiest paper according to me, and this paper requires sizable amount of preparation. This paper is closer to the civil services syllabus. Now moving on, economy, we have 2 broad categories, India and AP. Now what the difference is here, they did not separate Indian and AP syllabus. What they did is, if chapter 1 is talking about Indian economy, chapter 2 will contain topics related to chapter 1. So this way they have aligned the syllabus of AP economy and Indian economy, and that is a good way to do it, because it is easier to relate to the concepts. It is easier to understand how it works in center and state, because concepts in economy does not change. For example, the way we calculate the national income, the GDP and the GNP, the same way we calculate the state income, the GDP and GNP of the state. So concepts remain the same, only the difference would be how the state is approaching, how the center is approaching, what are the methods, what are the measures that these governments are taking at their levels. So economy, the syllabus is given that way. And another important paper that will play a key role in deciding your success is S&T and environment. Believe me, it is much more deeper when compared to the civil services. Even civil services is not giving economy and environment. They are not asking S&T and environment to that level. So, these are the 4 papers that you have. Now coming to general essay, very clearly the syllabus says they want to test 2 things. One is, does the candidate know about this topic, and is he able to express himself on this topic in the way, in the form of an essay? Meaning, do you have that much content? Do you have an expression to that content? Are you able to streamline your ideas? Are you able to give it in a very proper sequence? That is what they check in general essay. General essay, express and knowledge is very, very important. General essay is important from the perspective that, it is easy to score in general essay. You have wider choice, because in the remaining 4 papers, it is either or, A or B. But here you will have 3 essays and you have to choose one. Okay. Now when we come to the topics, they have listed 7 broad categories in general essay. They said current affairs. They said socio-political issues. They say socio-economic issues. Then they talk about socio-cultural issues. Then they talk about history. Things related to civic awareness. So like this, they have broadly given the topics that you should know for general essay. Now you have to remember that this part would come under paper 2. Economy would come under paper 4. Political would come under paper 3. Okay. Current affairs is essential. Basically, current affairs is not a subject in itself. Current affairs is basically an update in all other areas. So you should be well aware of whatever is happening in different segments. Like, in the exam is conducted this year and Russia and Ukraine crisis continues, then there can be an essay on what is happening in the world with respect to world peace, UN role and all that. So there will be questions, the essays by and large will emerge out of the contemporary incidents. It is very important that you follow current affairs for essay, but essay should not be prepared separately. Initially you should focus on your 2 to 5 papers, because the content required for essay, you get it from your 2nd to 5th paper. That gives you the content required for essay. So this is the syllabus overview. I intend to hold such sessions again and again for you all, so that I can connect with you all directly. I can sort out your doubts with respect to the preparation and all. Now coming to the preparation, ideally what you should do is, out of all these things, if I have to list my subjects, I'll say that these are the subjects I have to study. 1 is polity, 2 history, India and AP, 3 geography, India and AP, 4 economy, India and AP, 5 would be sciences and science and tech. Sciences will be important for your science and tech. Basis is sciences, science and tech is built on it. 6 would be ethics, 7 governance, 8 law, 9, 10. Now 9 would be environment, 10 would be mental ability, logical reasoning and data interpretation. Your psychological and emotional abilities basically comes under ethics, because emotional intelligence is a part of ethics. Alright, so these are the 10 broad categories that you have in your syllabus. See, you have public administration here, but by and large that can be aligned to polity as well as governance. We read it in continuity. That's the reason I did not list public administration here. So these are the 10 areas that you have in your syllabus. First, begin with understanding the subjects in your syllabus. Once you know that there are 10 areas, the next thing obviously would be what will be your resources. What are you going to study? And then you have to focus on making your own notes, and then followed by practice. This should be the ideal pattern to do it. Now what I'm going to do is, the next time I connect, this is an introductory video. The next time I connect, I'll tell you the sources that you have to follow for this. I'll also have a session where we discuss, a live session where we discuss the previously asked questions on this. If you have any doubts with respect to whatever I've told you just now, I'm waiting. I can see your comments. I request you to please post your doubts in the comments. So, any comments, anything, please post it below also. I will surely we will respond to your comments in the next live session when I take it. I am going to ensure that I reply to your comments. Alright. Thank you so much. I just hope that we are clear with all this. I'll see you again the next Sunday with another session where I'm going to discuss about the books that you have to refer, what should be your preparation strategy and so on. Thank you. Pradeep, I've already started on Telangana. I'm going to simultaneously take for both Telangana as well as AP. You just need to be a graduate. Ice cream dreams. Naidu, new batch is starting on 4th of April. Any further details, please call up the institute. They will give you the details. Okay. So please get in touch if you need any further details with respect to the admissions and all with the institute. Please subscribe to the channel, because there's a lot coming in. We are going to do a lot of videos on current based incidents, events related to both APPSC and TSPSC. We are also going to come up with exclusive current affairs sessions. We are going to come up with a lot of live sessions where I'm going to discuss answer writing. I want to focus more on answer writing. I'm going to discuss previous year questions and so on. So please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. Thank you so much. You can contact the office. It's going to be 7.5 months because APPSC, the syllabus is more. Alright. Thank you. I'll see you in the next session.